Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if this is your first time. I am going to be taking you through the process of starting a brand new journal and doing the first few days of August with me. So it's a very long video. I tried to cut out as much of the little extras as I could, but it still ended up being almost 30 minutes long. So if you enjoy long videos, go ahead and buckle in, get yourself something to drink and maybe a snack, or get your journal out, and we will go ahead and start this together. So this journal I have had for a little while. I believe I bought it at TJ Maxx, and I just went ahead and put a sticker on the front. I really love the brightness and beauty that is the front of this journal. But I really loved the quote, "It's okay not to be okay," because we all just struggle sometimes, and I think the beauty along with that quote helps me just kind of acknowledge that sometimes it's not okay, and that's all right too. So I always start my journals with a picture of myself that's fairly current to when I started the journal. So this picture is of me and my daughter around the first bit of her school year, which happened just, around the 1st of August. And so I felt like that was a really good picture to go in there. And since it's the end of the summer, for me, August always symbolized the end of summer, back to school, all of those things. And fireflies are really summer to me now. They were always kind of summer to me, even though I lived in Idaho and there were no fireflies, which was just a travesty. Now that we live down in Tennessee, there are plenty of fireflies, and they are very synonymous in my head with summer. So I went ahead and used that scrapbooking paper for the beginning of my journal, which is just my last final hurrah for any kind of summerness that's going to be going on. And then the little stickers I've had forever. I got at a thrift store, I believe, and I always just put the beginning date and the end date on the inside cover along with my picture. I don't think I filmed the quote. I always put a quote on the inside of the journal as well, and I don't think I had found the quote that went on the inside of this journal in this video. So I added the quote after this filming took place, and the quote that I chose is, "We all make mistakes, have struggles, and even regret things in our past. But you are not your mistakes, you are not your struggles, and you are here now with the power to share your day and your future," by Steve Morelby. And I just really felt like that was, I don't know. I don't know if I want to say nostalgic or if it just fits with this idea of the end of summer. And kind of, you are shaping your day and your future. And it's kind of relating to the end of summer for me, because it is something to embark on this new journey that I am staying at home all the time with my family. Now, what I'm doing on the page, because now I'm working on the first 2 days of August, I have put in that book page from a rose book manual. I don't know what to call it. It was just a book about roses and the different kinds of roses. And so I put that on the first. And then on the second, I have a picture of our old dog. He's probably around 13, 14 years old. And he just, I don't know, looks sad in that photo, but it is just the intrinsic nature of his face at this point, being an old dog. And I kept the first 2 days pretty, simple. as far as pages go. And I just, honestly, I was so behind when I was doing them. I was just, just thinking that I gotta get things on the paper so I can get them decorated and then I can write on them. And it worked. I'm almost all caught up now. I think I'm maybe 2 or 3 days behind as of recording this. It is the 15th of August, and I think I'm 3 or 4 days behind. Not too bad. But, you get behind, and it kind of, for me, takes the creativity out of things. I don't want to spend time making it look really cute. I just want to get them done and get back on track, I guess. And it makes it a little less creative for me. But it is what it is. And it's not really bad for my creative process. Anyway, so what I have right here in my hand, that awesome little cassette tape, is actually the insert of a makeup palette that I bought. I think, I don't know if it's Makeup Revolution or Profusion or what it was, but I thought it was adorable. It's got all oranges and yellows, and it was very summery. Again, just trying to hang on to the ends, the last dregs of summer, and the cassette tape and the colors were very nostalgic for me for the end of summer. And I wanted to use it in my journal. Like, I knew that I wanted to use it in my journal. I didn't just buy it for that. Obviously, I do like doing my makeup, and so it's getting used. But when I opened it up at home and realized that the cassette part was actually not part of the palette, I was like, yes, that needs to go in my journal. I try really hard not to buy things just because I know that the packaging is going to look cute in a journal, but I would be lying if I said that I never bought anything because I knew that it could go in my journal and it would be super cute. But this was not one of those. I liked the product, and I knew the product packaging would look cute in my journal, and that was just a added benefit, I guess. The page is really coming along with the yellow right now because I also had to buy some white out while I was at the store, and so I did the trick that Journal with Dolly has talked about on her channel, where I just kind of peel off the top layer, because it's all pressed paper, like pressed cardboard, these packages are. And so if you are careful, you can get that top layer of whatever, what's the word I'm looking for, like printing, I guess. You can get that top layer of printing off, and it won't bulk your journals up as much. I have a lot of times added too much to my journals, too much packaging to my journals, and it has bulked it up so much that it just doesn't look cute anymore. You know what I mean? But being able to do this trick that Journal with Dolly has shared with us on her channel, I've been able to cut a lot of that down. And I can still add tip-ins with the thicker pieces of packaging if I want to, if I need more journaling space or whatever it is. But I like having that choice of making it thinner and flatter on my page. So, yeah, there's a little trick for you. If you peel off that top layer of packaging, it makes it a lot thinner. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp out the dates for Wednesday and Tuesday, which are the 2 days. On Tuesday there, I went to the doctor, and so I put that little scale in there with the weight because I'm trying to lose weight, and so I'm trying to keep track of that, but also I don't have a scale at my home. So whenever I go to the doctor or I take my kids to the doctor's office, I always try and weigh myself too, just to give myself a little bit of a reference point for how I'm doing. It's not all about weight for me. It's really about health of my family. That's the biggest reason when people say, why am I staying home for a year? Why am I not going back into the classroom? I am telling them that I need to take care of my family's physical and mental health. And so keeping track of my weight, watching what I eat, being more active, that's all part of my goal for this year that I am going to be home. So I'm trying really hard to remember that I am a whole person and not just a number on a scale. But the number is going down, so that feels nice. But it's hard sometimes, and I think for me, I'm pretty thankful that I don't have a scale at home so that I don't hyperfixate on it and beat myself up or get upset with myself or anything like that. This sticker book that you are seeing on the page right now and these washi tapes are two things that I got recently. I got the sticker book from Michael's and the washi from Walmart. And I really I will talk about what I just did with that glue stick in a second. I really have been trying not to bring home a bunch of stuff, but I also just sometimes you need to get something for yourself that makes you happy. And so I did. And the sticker book, you're going to see me taking stickers off and putting them on pages. They are a book of like random holidays, just like holidays that are I don't even know what to say. Just weird holidays that are not norm, like not the 4th of July, not like Independence Day type. You know what I mean? So right now I'm using that washi type to cover up where I put doctor because I wanted to add this Watermelon Day sticker from the sticker book, and it didn't really fit with anything else on the page that was there. So I covered up where I wrote doctor and put that sticker in. And now I'm starting my next 2-day spread. But I do want to go back and talk about what I did with that glue stick. So I have a very awful habit of just leaving my lid off of my glue sticks and they dry out. So I have figured out, and I don't know if I saw someone else do this or they talked about it somewhere on one of the channels that I was watching and I tucked it away in my brain space, or if I just figured it out on my own. But if you take your glue stick when you leave it open and it dries out and you get it wet and then close it up for a couple days, it will rehydrate and work pretty normally after that. So what you saw just a little minute ago was I had left my glue stick open overnight, and so I rolled it up to where it was dry, and then I dunked it into it was clean water, but it was my water for watercoloring, and then I just put the lid back on and I put it in my drawer and got a different glue stick out because that works every single time. I have never had it not work for me. That is not to say that it wouldn't work at some point for some kind of glue. I don't know. But for the glues that I work, the purple glues, the disappearing glues, they work like a dream when you let them dry out and then just dip them to get wet. And voila, perfect glue stick again. I cannot tell you how many times I had to like cut the dry bit off of a glue stick or just throw away an entire glue stick because I let it dry out and I didn't want to mess with it. But try that. Let me know if it works for you too, or if I'm just having things go on that shouldn't be happening. These two pages, the 5th and 6th, are pages that I am doing for my daughter and my son have 10 years in between them. So sometimes they don't always get along because 10 years is a huge gap. It is hard to get a connection with someone who's 10 years difference than you. Not saying that it's impossible, not saying that relationships don't work with 10-year gaps, not saying that friendships don't work with 10-year gaps, but when you're 14 and 4 years old, there's a bit of a difference in everything. And so one thing that we're doing to kind of get them, I don't even know how to explain it, to get them on the same page, to get them connected. One thing we're doing is we're having my 14-year-old read to my 4-year-old at night. Before bed, we have her just, I think she's reading a Ronald Dahl book right now. And so she'll read a chapter or two to him before bed. They'll snuggle together. They'll read the book. And I think it's been helping connect them. I am a big proponent on reading to children, so when she doesn't read to him, we're reading him books, but it's really nice to have that sibling bond over a book and have them read together. He won't let anybody else read that book to him. She even asks him sometimes, hey, do you want to read our book tonight? And so it's been beneficial, I think, to have them read together. So if you are having some sibling problems with your children, I would suggest maybe having them read a book together and they talk about it and see what happens. I don't know. Your mileage may vary. It might not be something that works for everybody. My kids might just be readers and enjoy that part of life together. I'm not sure. But it's worth a try. Books, I think, are a good equalizer, if that makes sense. It's a good thing that people can connect to. These stories are something that people can be part of and discuss together. The 7th and 8th, which is what we're doing right now. The 7th is my sister's birthday, so I'm putting in that happy birthday to you tag. I got it in a Happy Mail from a pen pal that I have, and I thought it just worked really well. And then the peacock paper just reminded me of my sister. So I went ahead and did an edge of the paper with that peacock paper and glued down the date and the little birthday tag. And then you'll see I'm getting out another sticker book from Michael's. It's, I think, from the same lines of recollection stickers, but this one, I think I've seen Emmylou Arts use it before when it first came out, and I bought it on clearance because I thought it was cute. But it is a, how do I explain it? It is a sticker book with different, like, it's got Sasquatches in there, it's got mermaids in there, it has platypus stickers in there. And so I'm going to be putting one of those stickers on there, and it is the cutest thing. It is a platypus, and it's got a party hat and a balloon on there, and it says, I am a party puss. And that is just the cutest thing that I have ever seen. And my sister is in Idaho. We are really far apart, so I'm not able to spend her birthday with her. So I just thought that was a really cute addition to put on her thing, is that sticker. And now that I have talked about the sticker and not put the sticker in there, I'm afraid that I'm not going to put it in there on camera. I guess we'll wait and see in just a minute, because now I've moved on to decorating the 8th, which is the day that I clipped my dog's toenails. And so I got this nail clipper set, and I have never clipped my dog's toenails before. She's a puppy. She's a year and a half. And I have never clipped her nails. And I'm afraid to take her into the groomer because she is a pandemic puppy. We got her in March of 2020, and she just doesn't do well with strange people. Like to the point of where I worry that she might hurt somebody. We're working on getting her trained, but I haven't. The sticker's right there. Anyway, back to my dog. I haven't taken her in to get her nails trimmed, but they needed to be trimmed. So, and I've tried before using a grinder on her, and she just flipped out, and that did not work. So, I have bought these clippers, and I clipped all of our dog's nails. We have 3 dogs. We have the puppy, we have a 14-year-old dog, and then we have a dog that's a year younger than him. And so I clipped all of their nails, and it was a challenge because they fed off of each other's anxiety of getting their nails clipped. So I had the puppy go last, and she is the only one that I clipped the quick of. And so that was traumatic for everybody because she bled. She was fine. I also got the quick stop powder stuff, and so that stopped the bleeding. And it wasn't a big deal, and we got it cleaned up. But my daughter, who is 14 and has never trimmed a dog's nails, she was very traumatized and very upset and says that we're never ever doing it again. But I think with some practice we can get it together. And it's a good thing to make sure your dog's nails get trimmed, because that can cause a lot of issues with their feet and arthritis and things like that. So if you haven't, this is your message to go get your dog's nails trimmed, guys. Just do that. It's important. And we are finally to the last day that I'm going to be working on. I actually am going to put this page together really quickly because it's my son's birthday. And so I got this sticker sheet also from clearance on Michael's. And I'm just going to really quickly put some stickers down, glue some ephemera on. That Rescue Bots is from one of his toys that he got for his birthday. The balloon paper is part of the wrapping paper. And this spread just came in really quickly. I did add some other stickers once I got done and started writing on the page. And I think I added 2 photos onto it from his birthday party that we had as a family, just the 4 of us. And it was really nice to celebrate together and to have that time. It does make me sad that he didn't get to go to daycare this year and have cupcakes with his friends at daycare, but, that's the trade-off you make when you stay home, I guess. But anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed me talking through this. I don't really know, but I hope that you enjoy what you saw. Leave me a comment down below if you have any questions or you have anything that you want to see on my channel. If you want to see some more flips, I've got some older journals from 2020 that I can still flip through. If you want to see some more journal with me, if you want to see a pen pal with me, let me know. And I will try to make sure that that gets up. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you are all taking care of yourself and journaling and being true to yourself. And I will talk to you all again really soon. Thank you guys. Bye.